Jackie Brosher, what a privilege
Thank you.
and a blessing to know you, to associate with you, and to feel your passion for what you do and the work that you do to support entrepreneurs and small business. You're always here when we have an open house. You show up. Tell us a little bit about you, about also the organization of the government that you know well.
Sure. Thanks for having me. It's always super great to be here. I like being down here. It's a fun environment and a good vibe. So I am a project manager at the Utah Innovation Center. I've been there almost 2.5 years now. I landed there after I got my MPA at BYU. So I worked, I say the Utah Innovation Center, it's housed in the Governor's Office of Economic Opportunity, and we work with small businesses in the state who are applying for the Federal Small Business Innovation Research Grant, so the SBIR grants. Those grants give research and development dollars to companies who are developing novel technologies or products, so often very high tech, but also practical. Sometimes they're very practical, but ultimately they're all solving a problem. So is there a problem out there that's the solution is not currently on the market, then we potentially could be a good fit for what you're trying to do. So
that's wonderful. And I know that you're here in this building,
yes,
at the UVU Business Resource Center, this wonderful building, every fourth Wednesday of
correct. You are correct.
Of the month. Share more about that program and what people can do to apply.
Okay, sure. So I'm here for just to kind of have a presence in case people we're headquartered in Salt Lake and we do a lot of stuff virtually, but I also know that it's really nice to be able to sit down with someone face to face and have a conversation. So I'm here for consultations. My door is always open. I just have a little, like a conference room office, and I'm happy to meet with anybody at any time while I'm here. I'm just here business hours. And during that time, I'll explain the program to them, what services we offer through the Utah Innovation Center, and also if there's any other resources that could potentially be a good fit in this state. With the Governor's Office of Economic Opportunity. So maybe that's grants, maybe that's the Utah Small Business Credit Initiative, so loans potentially, or other services that the government offers. I try to just be a good connector of resources and opportunities. Sometimes I just refer people to, a program you might have, or others that I see in the Valley that I know of just through the networking that's a great, support of the ecosystem. So that's a little bit about what I do here. So.
And you do so much. Another thing also I know about you, you're very approachable.
Well, thank you.
You're very caring, very knowledgeable about what you do, and you find ways to connect people and guide them. And so can you tell more about any other program? Is there a program called that economic assistant?
Yes, let me talk to you about that. I think you just referred me to someone in there, and I was talking to him about the economic assistance grant. Mm-hmm. This is a grant the state does once a year. The legislature sets aside a certain amount of money to small businesses in the state for economic development. So a one-time use opportunity up to $200,000. This is a really phenomenal program the state has. The grant is open this year on August 1st. It's just open for 2 weeks. It's a pretty simple application. So I've been telling people, the website's not hard, but just Google Utah grants, and that should pull up the Governor's Office of Economic Opportunity grants. There's several grants available on that page, but they're very specific. To rural or to hotels or there's different ones. But this economic assistance grant is open to any small business in the state. So I have had people approach me at like an event like this, and they were at an event center on the west side of Salt Lake. And then I had another lady approach me, and she had an insurance company. So two completely different businesses, but both received, one received $100,000 and the other one received $200,000. So they were really, that's a lot of money that the state gives. So it's just a really great opportunity. So I would just Google that. There's the most important thing I would say, and I was just telling this, in this opportunity is have someone else look at your application. A second set of eyes is always really good, because I've been a reviewer and I know that people have a great idea, but I'm not quite sure what they're trying to say, because we always know what we're trying to say, but sometimes others don't. And so it's not a very difficult application, but just have someone else look over and read it. That would be my greatest advice that I could give.
Sometimes it's clean on our mind, but we wonder if we translate it well to someone else.
Exactly, and that happens to the very best of us, right? That we think we know what we're saying until we don't. Someone has no idea. So so that's a really great opportunity, I think, that the state provides, and it's kind of dependent on the legislature. So I think this year there's like $4.5 to $5 million set aside for this. So it's a really great opportunity. So
Yeah,
go check that out.
It's not a bad chunk, right?
No, a very good chunk. Yeah.
Another thing also I love about you, you just demonstrated it also. You give people good proactive advice, because another thing also about the state of Utah, what we're doing, not only we have the funds to help, but we are telling people about it, and you are a great advocate for that. I remember when we're having this conversation, you say, Lens, please share with other people.
Please,
I
yes.
want you to know I've been sharing
Good.
with other people, because we want people to have that opportunity to participate and benefit. And that's another thing also for other people listening to this from other states in Utah. We care
We
about
do
small
care.
businesses
I
and the
agree.
members of the families.
We do. And I have to say, in general, I don't think the state of Utah hasn't been great about advertising this grant. So
Okay.
so I don't know if I should say that, but
Hey.
but when I meet people, I want as many people to apply for it as possible, because I think it's such a great opportunity. So I know I was up here last week, was the fourth, 2 weeks ago, was it maybe?
Yeah, 2 weeks
Was
ago.
the fourth
1 million,
Wednesday, and
yeah.
I came and spoke to Million Cups, and then I went over to the Spanish-speaking Million Cups, and people have been reaching out to me, and I can't give them the money, but I want to provide them the resources and the opportunity. And that's the same, I think I would say everyone here in Utah is like that, right? We want to be a good connector, we want to be a good neighbor, and try to help as many people as possible, and don't view you as competition, but view you as an opportunity and a friend,
Yes,
right?
I like to say it. We want to gather resources so we can be resourceful.
Yes,
Because
that's
what
a great-
good does it do to have some benefits and not knowing about
Right.
it? Right.
Right. And we want people to utilize the Utah Innovation Center. So many times people say, I didn't know you existed, and I really could have used your services, and so we hate to hear that. So as much word or advertising or marketing we can do about other state programs and opportunities that we offer, we should all utilize them if they're out there. So
Wonderful. I want you to know I'm a big advocate of you and what you do.
Thank you.
And the government there. So we're going to keep sharing the message.
Okay, please do.
And bless many lives.
Yep, we will.
Thank you.
Appreciate you. Take care.
Well done.